go fish. Fine, I'm fishing, doggy. Why don't you go fish? What? What was that? Oh, hello. Welcome. Doggy and I were just playing go fish. Yes, doggy was winning. It's not my best game. Anywho, I'm so excited you are here. Today, we have a special guest. My friend Patrick is coming on the show to talk about Langston Hughes. Yeah, it's awesome, doggy. I know. So on today's show, we have a special guest, Patrick Warner. Now, Patrick is a poet, a rapper, a performer, and an actor, and actually, he does so many things. The list goes on and on and on. And so, I'm so excited for you to meet him. Come on, Pat. It's Patrick. He's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. It's great. I'm so happy you're here today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. And today you're talking about Langston Hughes.
Yes, indeed.
So can you tell us a little bit about his work?
Yes, he is a well-known poet during the Harlem Renaissance. He's a poet, playwright, wrote essays, just look down the list. The whole show, the whole gambit.
Just like you,
yeah.
I feel like. The list can go on and on and on with all the things you do. So Langston Hughes was pretty prolific.
Yes, indeed. He spoke on a lot of things during that time with dealing with racism and ills that a lot of African Americans were going through. And he was one of the voices of that movement. It was a lot of depth in his writing, but it was simple. So it wasn't like you had to be this over-the-top artistic person to like really dig deep into it. You know, you could be someone who's never heard of poetry, never read it, and relate and understand what he was saying.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so wonderful. And I think that's like the gift of the poet sometimes, is to be able to relate emotions and feelings in really simple, beautiful ways, you know?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that Langston Hughes, there was a time where he lived in Cleveland. Do you know, can you tell us about that?
He was like in his 18, 19, graduating high school. He lived in the Jelliff House, which is now considered Caribou House. It's one of the oldest black theaters in the country. So he was staying there, crafting his poetry and getting a lot of help from the Jelliffs and just really starting to mold into who we know as the Langston Hughes.
Wow.
So that was a very important period in his life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Caribou, have you performed there?
Yeah, I performed a couple times, and I did the one-man play called I Am Langston, which was directed by the amazing Letitia Wilson and also written by me and her as well. So we wrote it together.
That is so awesome.
Thank you.
Patrick is an actor and a playwright for his own one-man show about Langston Hughes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, do you have maybe some of Langston's work to share with us?
I do. I have one of his poems that some call it's called Harlem, but others consider it Dream Deferred. It's a common term now and has just one of the most well-known phrases in the poetry realm and just the arts world. And you'll catch on to it once you hear it, but it's a poem that really hits with a lot of people, especially in our day-to-day lives and how we think of dreams and whether are they really possible to achieve, especially in this society we live in. So yeah, it's a very prolific poem from a prolific poet. So,
Awesome. Well, I'm going to give you the floor.
Oh. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrup sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode?
Oh my goodness. Pat, that was so great.
Thank you.
I think everybody at home is probably clapping for you too.
Yeah,
I know that doggy is very excited.
I appreciate the doggy.
Yeah. Very excited. No, but that was great. Can you tell us a little bit? I could really tell that poem meant a lot to you.
Yes. As a kid, it was well known, recited it a lot. But growing up and actually learning his life, I understood why he would write that kind of poem. One of the things I really related to Langston was just his ambition to chase his dreams. That was really relatable to me, though we have different life experiences. We both had, ambitions to really achieve our goals and our dreams. And it's one of those things where when you're a dreamer, you're on that path, everything's all cool. Yeah, I'm actually doing it. I'm living out my dream. You start to think, well, is it like a raisin in the sun? Does it just dry like a raisin in the sun? Is this worth it? You have those thoughts. And so I can really relate to that.
Well, thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I think it's so important that, poets and artists in general, we're all kind of dreamers, right? We all have these dreams and things that we want to create.
Yes,
and sometimes they don't work out and sometimes they do. And it's important to, keep going, keep creating, even when it's hard. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you.
And now I know you have an activity for us.
Yes, indeed. We are going to learn how to rhyme.
Oh my
Basics of
gosh.
rhyming.
I'm so excited. Now I'm so excited because Patrick is going to teach us how to make rhyming poems.
Yes, indeed. So get out your pencils, your papers, colored pencils, markers. If you like to use markers, I don't know what your preferred taste is. So we're going to do the first step. We're going to choose 2 words that rhyme with each other. So for this exercise, we are going to choose the first word of the first line. So each of these words are going to basically they're going to end they're going to be the last words at the end of the line. So our first word is flame.
Flame.
Flame. Fire. Fire. And now a word that rhymes with flame, we're going to put game.
Game.
Video games, board games, however you like it.
Okay.
Game.
So the second step is that
we're going to add to these lines. So
Okay.
starting backwards. So basically when you write a poem that rhymes, you always write the line out. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to think about what rhymes with this random word that I just put down with this line. So to make it simple, we're going to start with the words, which we got up here, flame and game, and we're going to finish the line.
Great.
So for flame, flame.
Poet in the
flame.
house.
My mind is a phoenix fire. Phoenix fire, blaze. Phoenix fire. To all those who like fire, I know a lot of you kids, y'all love fire. With the heart of flames.
Heart.
Of flames. And we can add an S. We should add the S, Poetry is all about revising and editing. So we edited the line, we added that S. So we have our first line. My mind is a phoenix fire with a heart of flames. Now we're going to finish the second line. Second line. Game. I am a player. I am a player. And life is the game.
Ooh.
Yeah. That makes sense, right? Let me know if it don't. If it don't, you do your thing while you're writing this. I am a player and life is the game. So we have our first 2 lines of our poem. That's
Woo!
simple. My mind is a phoenix fire with a heart of flames. I am a player and life is the game. Boom. So now we're about to add our next 2 lines.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
you're probably thinking, well, what do we do now? Repeat. So we go back to step 1. We choose 2 words that rhyme. So our next 2 words. Next 2 words at the end of these lines. I'm thinking. Doom.
Ooh.
Doom.
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 Boom, boom,
Boom, boom. Doom.
Doom.
So that's our 3rd word.
All right.
doom. And what rhymes with doom? How can we?
Oh.
We want to end this off on a positive note.
Oh, okay.
We got the Rona V.
There's a really great word that I love that rhymes with doom.
Doom.
It's boom.
Boom.
But I don't know, is that positive?
I was thinking positive, but kind of serene.
Oh, okay.
Like a bloom.
Bloom.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's like when nature booms.
Yeah. So we got bloom.
Bloom. Oh, beautiful.
Absolutely. So now we're about to finish out our poem with these two words at the end of the third line and the fourth line. So doom. What can we say with doom? Doom. 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 I got it.
Okay.
I got it. In a world filled with chaos, it seems like everything is doomed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In
a world filled with chaos, everything. It's like those movie trailers. I know.
Chaos.
I mean, I'm like in my 20s, so you remember in 2000. So yeah, my age is showing. So world filled with chaos. Everything is doomed. And we can add the ED. Yeah, ED. See, this is all about the process of writing a poem. You edit, you revise. Some may not sound right. You want to just add little stuff to it. It's the simplicity of life. So, in a world, we got right there, world.
World.
The line.
Oh.
There we go.
There. Thank you.
I got you.
Nice.
So, in a world filled with chaos, everything is doomed. So now we want to finish off on a nice positive note. So bloom. Bloom. What can we do with bloom? Bloom. 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 Bloom.
Yeah.
Doom. Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Oh. So excited.
We are all roses in the concrete, but eventually will bloom.
Nice. All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We are roses in the concrete.
In the concrete. Oh.
Yes. For those who don't know, that's a reference to a poem by Tupac Shakur, well-known rapper, writer himself. He made a poem called Rose That Grows from the Concrete. It's kind of referring, kind of a shout out. That's what most poets do. They shout out their favorite artists. So yeah, we are roses in the concrete. Eventually will bloom.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, indeed.
Eventually
will bloom.
Will bloom. Because we might not always feel that way.
Right.
But we will.
Yeah.
At some point, we just have to.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
So now, look what we just did. We just wrote a poem that rhymes. That's simple. So, with everything that's on this board, here's our little short piece. So let's start from the top. My mind is a phoenix fire with the heart of flames. I am a player, and life is the game. In a world filled with chaos, everything is doomed. We are roses in the concrete. Eventually, we'll bloom.
I love it! Yay! Thank you so much! Yes! That
We
was
did it.
awesome!
We did it.
Oh my gosh. Patrick, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you. Wait, we forgot something.
What did we forget?
Forgot something.
What?
So there was one more person that helped out with this.
Who? Is it? Oh! Doggy. You're right.
We have to shout out Doggy.
You're right. You're so right,
So
Patrick.
for anyone watching this, give a round of applause for Doggy.
Doggy.
But anywho, thank you for having me.
Yes, thanks for being here.
We just wrote a poem.
So
So the next time you're thinking, well, how can I write a rhyming poem? I don't rhyme. I don't know how to do all that. Just follow these steps and just simplify it. It's all about the simple things in life.
Just like Langston Hughes.
Absolutely.
Keeping it simple. Wonderful. Well, again, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Doggy,
for having
really
me.
loved having you.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all for watching.
Yes, thank you everyone for being here today. And as always, you can check out more writing programs and more episodes of Playing with a Purpose at lakeerieinc.org. And one more round of applause for our fun Patrick here.
And we can dance it out.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Boom, boom, playing with a purpose. Boom,
Oh yeah.
boom, playing with a purpose. Boom, boom, boom. We playing with a purpose. Boom, boom. We playing with a purpose. All right, see y'all. I don't want to make your parents mad or laughing.
That was
We love
great.
you all.
Bye.